And from the Bowlium in Montclair, here for the title matches of today's JBT event, wrapping up a fantastic triple header of action with our singles tournament. Two of our very best, Solomon Salama and Sorel Cardenas, going at it. They each have the front three. Solomon using two different balls, and he gets that 8-pin to fall over late with the urethane. He's got reactive on the other lane. That's front four, the 22-time champ, going up against 15-time winner Sorel Cardenas, both having excellent seasons. Both play each other a lot because they're having excellent seasons, and both have played each other on this PBA Badger pattern for a title before. And they start off with the front four each. Boy, whoever blinks first might be irretrievably behind. In that match at Victorville, the winner was Sorel, of course. My stat department is to my immediate left off camera. I feel like Sorel's gotten slightly the better of Salama over the years. I'll let you guys do the research, but it feels that way. And they still have a couple more years of this rivalry to go, should they choose. Just all the power in the universe. Oh, and so much power that he fast eights there. To the right, it's the Handicap Division title match. That's Lawrence Payne, little brother of invitational champion Michaela Buhane. He has been on fire in this stepladder. He just shot 250 scratch, and he's clean without a double so far, taking on top seed James Esty, who I promise is behind that pole. There he is. James has been leading most of this tournament, but the right lane is killing him so far. He left a puzzle in the second frame, and now he's got a 4-6 here in the fourth. Big trouble early on. He is getting 26 pins to handicap, but most of that is evaporated right now. Solomon to get a lead here in the fifth frame. There's that reactor ball, which you almost never see him throw, but Badger is so long, even this late in the match. There's enough volume in the middle that he's just trying to dump it in what's left of that oil, and it's a pretty powerful, solid, I assume ace bowling ball. It's pretty darn good. Esty gets his pin, but he's going to have to figure out a way to get his strikes. It doesn't look like Buhane's interested in stopping. There's a shot that he's been doing all day long. Salama denied the title in doubles yesterday. And showing why he's won 22 of those titles. Such versatility. Two different balls and identical results. And ouch, solid 10 for Buhane. One of them is going to win their first career title. This is James's, I believe, first top four. And Lawrence's career high finish before this was third. So reaching new plateaus over there. It has 4 years been our pleasure to watch Sorel bowl. It's just one of the most powerful strike balls you'd ever see. He is now old enough to ride amusement park, tall enough to ride amusement. I blew the joke, dang it, to ride amusement park rides. But just sheer raw power, under control, it is devastating. You would have knocked 100 pins over with that shot. That was pretty darn good right there. And was that a ball change? No. So they're doing two balls too? Oh, I'm so confused. They're too good and they're too fast. Okay, that must have been what I was looking at. Both, of course, Team USA members as well on the reactive lane. Oh! Caves in the 1, 2, 3 everything. Well, that's front seven. And as often happens, the bowler on the front whatever, when they're being pushed by their opponents, that I think favors the bowler on that string, because they're, they know, oh, I still got to get this next hit, I still got a match going. Perfectly reasonable to give Sorel credit for sheet at 278. It takes a re-rack to think about it. Esty not able to consolidate that strike into a double, while Buhane remains clean without a double. 7 300 games in JBT title matches, I believe. Been a while since we had one, though. It's great. Oh, and all I had to do was say it. I barely even thought about it, and it dribbled out of my mouth like so much poison. And there went that I sure did. That's walloped. Let's get it together here. James opened in the 6. He's been bowling so well all day. First time title matches are different creatures. Never know though, still got 3.5 frames left to go. Make this a relatively simple 3-pin and move on. Another big turnout today. Huge thanks to Al and the team for allowing us in the center, basically non-stop since Saturday morning. Sorrell trying to keep pace here, double working in the 8th. Yeah, he switched to that ball in the 10th frame of the previous game, and it's allowing him to loft it less, which I guess he thought is the better look. He looked pretty good when he was lofting it too. He's capable of lofting it to the pins if he feels like it. That's the ball he was lofting. Another good shot from Lawrence, but still another 9 count. He's only had 2 strikes in his match, but he's been making his spares, and that's the difference. Because you're supposed to make your spares, right, bowlers?
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Right? Thank you.
There's no comments on that.
Oh, it's Buddy. Oh, he really don't want to talk about that right now. And Lawrence does. Excellent job by him. Sorrell's still got 257 possible here. Gets that 10 pin to tilt over. Solomon going at a 259 pace. So anybody's game here. Key shot in the 9th because it's the spare working. And it's Solomon with the count advantage by 2 pins here. Pretty shot again by Buhane. He's just doing his game and not giving Esty room to crawl back into it here. High last time and right in the 1-2 that time. No question about it. There's the best shot of the match for Esty, but over in scratch on 19 pins wins, right? Yes. On the strike, so any combination of 19 wins it. Double for Esty there. Game not over there by any stretch of the imagination. Will it be over here in about 5 seconds? He's one more good shot away. You betcha. Two exceptional Team USA members who are going to see each other plenty for the rest of this season. And of course, plenty down on the road in their careers, but in the vast tennis match that is a JBT career, that's a game to Salama. And that was a unfully realized tennis analogy there, Daniel.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for agreeing with that, Daniel. Good time to throw his weakest shot there. Did not matter. Buhane now in the 10th. He's still clean without the double, and that's a nice ball in the 10th. Can't throw it any better than that in the 10th. Let's see here. 28-148. He leads by a theoretical 28, and he's giving 26. So the winner of this match is going to be determined by Esty since he's got the double working. Outstanding 268 from Solomon. I just have a hunch Sorrell's going to strike out and do some weird Sorrell body language. And yeah, there's some of it. Well, that's the best prediction I've had in a while right there to get that right. Never know, get this extra pin for Lawrence. A clean 196 for Lawrence, very nicely done. So he's giving 26, so take that down to 170. 28-148, 168 is not enough. James has to strike this ball to win. Anything less, Lawrence wins. Oh. And at the same time that Sorrell leaves the 5, Esty gets that strike in the 10th frame. He was down by, well, a heck of a lot of pins halfway through this match, and he basically has to keep it on the lane. And Sorrell's going to buy himself a beer if he misses. I'm not sure which way he wants to do this now. Do you want to miss it or not if you raise your own hand? Can he get the hand back up with his balance arm? Yeah. Yay! One of the neatest guys you'd ever want to see. Great match of many more. That game to Sorrell, and let's do some quick math. 129, 158, 178 is just enough. James Esty is going to come back from nowhere to win that title. 178 and 53. It's a 231 to 223 final. What a comeback! Great match out of all 4 finalists. Keep at it, Lawrence. You're going to win that title. They just keep throwing them Empire Bowl kids at us, and boom, boom, boom. Great comeback. We'll do it all over again in Seattle next week, and back here in California in 2020. We'll see you then.